Hey everyone, welcome back to Crafted Wood Studio. Today we're doing something that looks way more designer than it is complicated. And I want you to pay attention right from the start, because the best part about this build is the way warm wood meets modern style. It's like the wood is speaking for itself. Now, here's the question. Have you ever seen a finished piece and thought, that can't be DIY, it looks too clean? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get that clean, modern look using straightforward methods, careful measuring, and a finish that makes the grain glow. And don't worry, you don't need expensive tools to follow along. What you do need is patience with the steps that most people rush, especially the alignment and surface prep. That's where the magic happens. So grab your water, clear your workspace, and let's build something you'll be proud to keep in your home. Before I touch a single board, I'm thinking about one thing: balance. Modern style isn't just about being minimal, it's about having a shape that looks intentional from every angle. So first, I visualize the lines. Clean edges. Subtle proportions. Nothing overly busy. And then I decide where the wood grain should shine most, because grain isn't background. Grain is the design. I'm using that warm, natural tone as the hero. That means we're going to set up our cut and our finish so the grain looks rich, not muddy, not flat. And while you're watching, notice I'm not just building a thing. I'm creating a visual rhythm, the thickness, the spacing, the way the surfaces meet. Those small decisions are what make a project look professional. Choose wood and cut accurately. Alright, now for the board. I'm looking for straight grain and stable pieces. You can definitely use what you have, but if you want that warm modern vibe, the grain needs to be visible and clean. I start by squaring the work. Any modern design depends on accuracy. If the base isn't true, everything after it will look off, no matter how good your finish is. So I take my time here. Marking first, cutting second, checking again. And yes, I know this part feels slow. But it's the fastest way to avoid redoing work later. Next, I cut the main pieces to size. And as I do, I'm thinking about how the final form will sit together, where the edges will show, where the darker lines might appear, and how the overall piece will read at a glance. Test fit and alignment. Now, let's talk about the most satisfying moment in woodworking, the test fit. Because once pieces start to sit together cleanly, you can actually see the modern look forming. The alignment is everything. If you want that store quality feel, you have to let the parts behave like they were always meant to be together. So I dry fit. I check the corners. I make sure everything lines up perfectly before anything is permanently joined. And if you're thinking, what if I mess up? Here's the truth: woodworking rewards awareness. If you catch issues early, they're easy to fix. If you ignore them, they turn into a headache you'll feel later in the sanding and finishing. So yes, test fit. Confirm. Adjust if needed. Then move forward. Join and secure. Alright, now that everything fits, we're moving into the build. I'm assembling with strong, reliable methods because modern design looks good, but it also has to last. This is one of those builds where people will pick it up, point at the edges, and ask, how did you make it so solid? That's the goal, strength with elegance. I'm fastening and securing in a way that supports alignment. And as I tighten everything down, I'm watching for movement. If the parts shift even a little, the final lines will show it. So we take it slow. Firm pressure. Controlled checks. And once the assembly is secure, you can feel it. This is the point where the project stops being materials and starts being a real object. Surface prep for a warm modern finish. Now we enter the finishing zone, the part that turns good wood into wow. Here's what most beginners do wrong: they sand until it feels smooth, but they don't sand until it's ready for the finish. Smooth is good, but finish ready is better. So I'm sanding with a plan, removing tool marks, leveling the surface, and creating an even texture so the stain or finish applies consistently. Listen for it too. When sanding goes right, the sound changes. That's your cue that you're leveling, not just scratching. And then I wipe down. Dust kills finishes. Even tiny particles can create a roughness that you'll notice later. So I clean thoroughly, then I let the surface settle. Create the warm wood look. Now we apply the finish. This is where the warm modern style becomes real. The wood starts out like a material, and after finish it becomes a tone. A mood. A glow. As I apply it, I'm looking for even coverage and a smooth direction. I'm not trying to hide the grain. I'm trying to highlight it. And if you've ever used the wrong finish, you know how frustrating it can be. Sometimes it looks dull. Sometimes it looks too dark. Sometimes it looks uneven. Today we're going for balanced warmth, rich but clean. I'll let it dry properly between steps if needed, because rushing finish is how you get sticky spots or a blotchy look. While it dries, here's what I want you to think about: modern style doesn't mean cold style. Modern can be cozy. Modern can be warm. And the difference is the finish choices and how you prep the surface. Detail check and final refinement. Once the finish cures enough, I do a detail check. I look at edges, corners, transitions between surfaces. If anything feels rough, I refine it lightly, because modern design is all about crisp lines and clean transitions. And I want you to notice something: when the edges are clean, the whole piece looks intentional. Even if the design is simple, crispness makes it feel premium. This is why I love simple projects. They teach you the fundamentals that carry into everything else. Alright, moment of truth. Look at that. Warm wood tone, modern lines, and a finish that makes the grain look alive. This is the kind of build that makes you want to set it somewhere visible, because it doesn't look like a project. It looks like a real piece of design. If you're watching and thinking, I want to try something like this, I want to encourage you right now: start with accuracy, don't rush the prep, and let the finish do its job. And if you enjoyed this video, please do 3 things for me. 1. Like the video if this build gave you confidence. 2. Share it with someone who loves woodworking or wants to improve their DIY skills. 3. Subscribe to Crafted Wood Studio so you don't miss the next build, because we've got more workshop transformations coming. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.